as cryptocurrencies and Shiba Inu in particular grow and become more well-known. It's not surprising that the big brands and companies are trying to get a piece of the pie. No one wants to miss out on something good after all. Microsoft's giant technology corporation is the latest big company that might be interested in SHIB. And you'll have to keep watching this video to find out what's going on. Hey, SHIB lover, what's up? We're glad you're back at Wealthy Coin. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to learn more about Shiba Inu. Let's start by talking about Shiba Inu before we talk about Microsoft. Lucha Shib, a well-known Shiba Inu influencer, recently told the Shiba Inu community that the Bone ShibaSwap Twitter account is not real. This Twitter account seems to have nothing at all to do with the Shiba Inu decentralized exchange. ShibaSwap, I agree with Lucia Shiba. You look at the official list of all the social media handles for Shiba Inu. Nowhere does it say anything about the Bone ShibaSwap account. This means that the Bone token doesn't have its own account, which makes sense since the Leash token doesn't have its own account either. There's also a ShibaSwap account, not Bone ShibaSwap, but ShibaSwap DEX. With phishing and crypto scams happening everywhere, we need to be very careful about which platforms and handles we follow. Both the Shiba Inu's official Twitter account and Chido's Twitter account have now been verified. But for the other official accounts, we can look at the list of official accounts to figure out who to follow and who not to. Even if the handle looks like it should be real, that is not enough. If you follow these fake accounts, they might give you some real information to get you interested. But then they might mix in some fake information. But people think everything is right because they have seen the right information. Worse still, they include some suspicious links that they can use to phish innocent people. So don't click on any links until you know for sure that an account is safe. And yes, don't click on any links on the Bone ShibaSwap account. Now, let's talk about Microsoft. Microsoft has been slower to adopt cryptocurrencies than many other big companies, but it looks like they are finally trying to catch up. At least, that's what it looks like from some screenshots I've seen on Twitter. But before we talk about that, this channel gives away 100,000 SHIB every day to anyone who enters the giveaway. Just subscribe to this channel, like this video, and leave a comment below. Shavinder, good luck! Also, when you become a member, you can join a private group. Join me in a chat where we can talk about crypto gems, money, and success. Hit the membership button if you are interested. Albacore, an anonymous software researcher from Europe, posted a couple of screenshots on Twitter that show that Microsoft has added an interesting piece of code to the edge of its browser. This code is meant to add a non-custodial crypto wallet to the browser, which is a clear sign that Microsoft is getting into cryptocurrencies. According to Decrypt, the screenshots that Albacore shared show the user interface for a cryptocurrency wallet, a decentralized application explorer, a newsfeed, and the ability to buy cryptocurrency through Coinbase and MoonPay. Recent versions of the Microsoft Edge browser already have the feature, but it is hidden and users can't use it. Now, the same Albacore says that Microsoft has tested a number of features that never made it to market, no matter how interesting they were. However, this one looks like it might make it to market, especially since it works. Albacore says that, at this point, the feature only needs to be made available to users, but no one knows when that will happen. Albacore seems to think that Microsoft's decision to add a crypto wallet code to its browser is an attempt to keep up with Opera, which is a rival of both of them. Both the Internet Explorer browser from Microsoft and the Opera browser came out in the same year, so it makes sense that they are in some sort of competition, even if it isn't very clear. Since Opera has already added a cryptocurrency wallet and a way to connect to dApps, it makes sense that Microsoft is thinking about doing the same. This also means that the launch of the crypto attachment on Edge might happen. So, what does any of this have to do with Shiba Inu? Well, that makes sense, doesn't it? As I said before, the crypto feature on Edge will let users buy cryptocurrency directly from Coinbase and guess which cryptocurrency they want to buy. One of the things on Coinbase SHIB is money. What this means is that if that feature actually gets launched, the purchase of SHIB would be a lot more accessible for everybody. And if it were easier to buy SHIB, there might be a lot more of them. I think this is very good news. If you thought this was really helpful, please leave a comment and tell your friends about this video. It really helps with YouTube's algorithm, which makes it easier for me to keep making better videos. After that, economist Peter Schiff just made a very strong point. He said recently that he thinks the stock market will fall even more than it did in 2008. And if you remember how bad the financial crash of 2008 was, you'll know how unsettling this view is. But he is an economist, so there are good reasons why he thinks things are going to get worse. We'll look into those right away. Schiff went on Twitter to say what he thought. He began by saying that the government's actions during the financial crisis of 2008 made it seem like something like that would never happen again. The government put in place rules that were meant to keep the financial market safe. Schiff, who probably has the benefit of hindsight, thinks that these rules were too strict, and he thinks that's why the crisis we're in now would be worse. He says that this time things are different. When the financial crisis of 2008 began, the dollar went up and gold went down. This time, the opposite is true. That's because investors know that the high inflation that should have hit 10 years ago will hit even harder now. Schiff also thinks that the Fed is to blame for the current crash and the one in 2008. He says he saw both crashes coming because he knew and still knows what would happen if the Fed made mistakes. In fact, he says he predicted the current crash back in 2009. He didn't know when it would happen, but he says he knew it would. Now, it could be risky to try to figure out what caused the current crash, but if you've been keeping track of crashes, you might have noticed that they all have something in common: the pandemic. Many businesses didn't make it through the end of society in 2020, and even the recent collapse can be traced back to 2020. If the pandemic was what caused the crash, or if it just made it worse, in the end, it looks like the lowest common denominator. But it's not all bad news, especially for people in the cryptocurrency market. Since the economy is falling apart and things are likely to get worse, more people might start to invest in the crypto market. The whole point of crypto is to give people a way to escape the problems in their national economies. For those who are already in the cryptocurrency market, this could mean a huge influx of new people. This could mean more money in your pocket. If more people bought crypto, its value would go up, which would increase the profits it gives its owners. And since Shiba Inu is a profitable and cheap way to get into the cryptocurrency market, it could be a popular choice for people who want to get into crypto. Don't you think so? Please tell us what you think by leaving a comment below. We've reached the end of this video. If you liked the video, please like it and don't forget to leave a comment in the section for comments. This helps me along with how YouTube works. Also, please let as many people as possible know about this video. Let's tell everyone about this.